Just to be real honest with you guys and to share with you a little bit, you know, we've gotten to travel a lot, and we've met a lot of different people, and it's been interesting. I've actually been here for the last few days with my family. We got in Tuesday night, we've been traveling around the parks, and I had a great time. It's been awesome. But, you know, I've been reminded while I was here that once again, you know, we can talk about happiness and we can talk about joy, and, you know, there's things that are fun for a moment. You know, you can go on Space Mountain over there and it was awesome for like 2 minutes. And then you come back to life, in reality, and you say, okay, now as I leave this place tonight, I'm leaving Disney World and now I gotta go back to my regular life, so what now? And the thing is that I've found as I've talked with people and as I've gotten to know a lot of people all around the world, there's one common theme that I see, and that is there's a lot of hurting people in this world. And the second thing I see is that all of those hurting people typically try to fix their hurt by getting stuff. They say, you know, if I had a nicer car that didn't break down on me all the time, I'd be happy. If I had a better job, or I got paid a little better, or a better boss, I'd be happy. If I could go on vacation a little bit more often, if I had a bigger paycheck, if I had a better house, if my parents treated me a little better, or my siblings, man, then my life would be okay. If I could just get that one thing fixed. But the reality is that happiness and contentment can never come in the form of an envelope, a paycheck. You can't swallow it in a pill or drink it in a bottle. You can't gain entry with a ticket to true happiness. Because the reality is that life is hard. And there's only one thing that stays consistent in this life. Only one thing that you can absolutely always count on. In the Bible, Jesus says, I will never leave you and never forsake you. The hardest moments of my life is when God is the most real to me. Because suddenly I can no longer rely on my own strength or my own finances or my own things that I'm good at. I have to say, this is out of my control. There's nothing I can do to fill the brokenness. There's nothing I can do to fix this. God, I'm in your hands. And it's then that God shows himself. And he carries me through. Some of the happiest people in the world that I've ever met are people that have absolutely nothing. They say, I don't know how I'm going to eat tomorrow, but I know I'm in God's hand and he loves me and it's going to be okay. You know, here in the United States, we're so blessed. We have so much stuff. We get focused on that stuff all the time. You say, how am I going to build my portfolio? Even a lot of good things that we strive for in this life. But the problem is, and what I want to ask you guys tonight, is what is the foundation that your life is built upon? If you spend your entire life building a foundation upon your career, your finances, your schooling, your education, your athletic ability, there's so many different things in this life that we can put all of our energy into. And say, if I just succeed in this, man, everything's going to work out. But what happens when that falls apart? I've had friends that were musicians, they had the dream of being on a stage just like this one tonight. Friends that were there, that were touring the country, things were going awesome. And one car accident changed everything. Couldn't play an instrument anymore. And they went home. What happens when your life falls apart and everything that you always worked for your whole life is gone? What happens then? What is your life worth? But tonight, friends, if your foundation is built upon the rock of Jesus Christ, it doesn't matter what life throws at you. It doesn't matter what times look like, because you know that he's with you every step of the way. You know that he's going to be faithful to carry you through. And though you can't see the end, though you may not understand, you're in good hands. You know that God loves you, that he cares for you. Jeremiah 29:11 says, for I know the thoughts I think towards you, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope, to bring you to a glorious end. We know the outcome. We know how the story ends tonight, guys. It is a fairy tale story, but it didn't come true. Sometimes gotta find strength to rise from the ashes and make a new beginning. You think it's one you can take, but you're stronger than you know. Don't you give up now, the sun's soon to shining. You gotta face the clouds to find the silver lining. I've seen dreams that grow the mountains, hope that doesn't ever end, even when the sky is falling. I've seen miracles just happen, silent prayers get answered, broken hearts become new. That's what faith can do. Doesn't matter what you think, someone's not dreams we move on the mountains, hope that doesn't end, even when the sky is even if you fall sometimes, you will find strength to rise.